Hi, my name is Bintu and today I am going to teach you how to add two numbers in Python through GUI methods. GUI method means through mouse. We know that Python is very popular nowadays. It is used in Android programming. It is used in making data learning and many latest softwares, right? So we'll be requiring two softwares to download to start with GUI programming in Python. One is the Python software that you can use this URL to download Python, and second is PyQt5. Now let me tell you what is PyQt5 here. See, Qt is a GUI based software development framework. You can make fully featured applications for connected devices with this. It's a lovely framework. And the native language that is used for Qt is C++. But if you happen to use Qt framework for Python, we have to use this PyQt. It is a binding for Qt platform. Let us do it practically. See, the latest version of Python that is available right now is Python 3.7, 3.8. But we have to download Python 3.5 at the moment. Because PyQt5 which is available right now supports Python 3.5 only, right? So we have to download Python 3.5. I have downloaded 64-bit version for this because I have Windows 10 64-bit installed on my machine. You can download as per your Windows requirement, right? So these are the two softwares that I have downloaded from net. I am also specifying the URL in the description box also. So let us install Python by double clicking on this exe file. It is asking you whether you want to do customized installation or you want automatic installation. In case of customized installation, it will ask you where to install, what are the features that you want to install, right? And in automatic installation, it will install at its default locations. But before selecting any of the options, you have to select this checkbox, add Python 3.5 to path. By doing this, the path will be automatically added to your computer system and you can invoke Python interpreter from any folder on your machine. So let us select this checkbox and click on this install now option. It is installing Python files on your machine. So Python is installed. Close this dialog box. Next step is to install PyQt5. This is the plugin for Qt framework, right? So double click it. Simply click on next. License agreement, click I agree. These are the modules. These are the features that will be installed. Full features are being installed by default. Click on next. It is asking where Python 3.5 is installed. Basically, PyQt will be requiring Python interpreter at the background to interpret, to convert into binary. So it is asking where Python is installed. It has auto detected the location of Python. So click on install. If you have installed Python 3.5 through customized installation, that is at some specific folder, then by selecting browse button, you have to specify where Python 3.5 is installed. You have to select that location. Great. So it is installed, right? Click on finish button. When you click over here at the start, you'll find this Qt designer. You can design your GUI forms through this Qt designer. By default, it will show you so many templates. You want to create a dialog with buttons at the bottom. You want to create dialogs with buttons at the right corner. Or you want to create a dialog without buttons. So let us select dialog without buttons and click on create. This is a form which is created for you. We won't do anything right now. Just let's save it. It's asking you to give the name. Let's save it by name add to num. Right. It will be saved with the extension .ui. UI means user interface file and it is an XML file. Let's click on save. So this is saved. Let's see it. This is the file that we have created right now. Right click it and click on edit. See, you can see that this is the XML file. This is not the Python file at the moment. We have to convert it into Python file through one command. So we'll go to command line. Go to desktop. This is a command which converts the user interface file into Python file. This is that. Click on enter key. No error, it is compiled, right? So let's see it. This is the Python file which is created for you. This is the Python version of the interface GUI form. See, click here. This is that, right? Now to invoke this, to call this form that we have created, we need this code. This is the code, right? So let's copy it first, then we'll understand. I have copied I'll go into Notepad and I'll save it by name, again on the desktop only. I'll save it by name call addition, right? And I'll give the extension .py. This is that. This is the program call addition. Right click onto it, open it with IDLE editor. Click here. You have to change this name. You are importing the file. This is the file added to num. This is your GUI form. I'll just explain you. Let's run it first. Click on run. Run module. Okay. See, this is the form. But this is doing nothing at the moment. What is this code doing? See, we are importing the GUI form that you created, right? What you're doing that you created a class by name myForm and you are inheriting the built-in class QDialog. So this form will access the dialog box. That is the form that you made. This is initializing it and displaying it. This is the main section through which you are invoking the class that you made. You are making an object of it. You are displaying that form and this exit. This command will exit from the application. It will release all the resources that are assigned to your application. So basically you are just making a class, invoking that class by making its object and displaying the form through that custom class that you made, and your custom class is inheriting one built-in class QDialog, right? So this is simply displaying a form. It is doing just nothing. Now let us go to the GUI form and make an application that adds two numbers. For that, what we do, we'll be requiring a label here. This is a label, another this label. To enter two numbers, I'll be requiring two line edits. These are meant for entering one line text. Then to invoke the output, I need a push button here. And to display the result, I need again a label. Right, so this is my form. I'll select this form. I'll increase its font. I'll go into the properties. Here's the font property. I'll click over here. I'll make the font size as 14. Click on OK. So this is that, right? So now I'll just double click it to change its text. I'll make it enter first number. This is the text displayed through the first label. I'll just drag these nodes to make this label visible. Okay, double click here to change its text to enter second number. Again, drag these nodes to make this label entirely visible. Okay, double click on this push button, make it name add, and here this label I'll make it a bit bigger. This is that. These text boxes are assigned some default names, like this variable, this line edit has the, click on change object name. See, the name of this line edit box is line edit. I'll make it line edit first num. This is the name so that I can access it through this variable name in my program. Let's change the object name of this line edit also. Click on change object name. I'll make it line edit second num. Click on OK. This I'll change the object name of this push button to, the default is push button. I'll make it push button add. Okay. And this I'll change it to label response, because it is through this label you get the response, you get the addition of the two buttons. So this is my form ready, right? Let's save it again. Let's compile it into, this is the UI file. Let's compile it into Python file. This is that, right? Let's see it, how this Python code is generated. How is this Python code? This is the Python code now. Python code is bit increased. It has increased all the labels and all default names given to it, and everything is there. Now we have to modify this call addition program, and we have to make it add the two numbers which will be entered into the two line edits, right? This is the code I've written for you here. I have to just copy this thing, this line. I'll make you understand later. I'll just copy it first into my this call number, call addition program. This is that. And this I have to copy. First, let's run it, then I'll make you understand what this program is doing. Let's run this. They're asking you to enter two numbers. Suppose I enter 10 here, say 20 here, and click on add. Sum is 30. So this program is working perfectly well. Let's understand it. See, here what you're doing, you are saying that please attach the click event of the button to one method called dispSum. See, the Python works on event slot mechanism. Event is click, and you are attaching it to a slot called dispSum, which is a method. You are saying that if anybody clicks on the push button, you please invoke this dispSum method. This is the dispSum method. Here what you're doing, this text method is accessing whatever is entered into your line edit first num. This is the name that we gave to the first line edit component, if you remember. So this text method is accessing the number that is entered into this text box and is assigning it to the num1 variable. So num1 is a string variable. Whatever is entered into the line edit box, it is in string format, right? So if you have entered 10, it will be assigned to this num variable. Suppose you have entered 20 in the second edit box. Through text method, you are accessing that number and assigning it to the num2 string variable. So num1 and num2 will be getting 10 and 20 respectively, but they are in string format. This int method is doing typecasting. It is converting the value 10, which is in string format, into integer format and assigning it to the x variable. So x is the integer variable here. Again, you are doing typecasting. You are converting the 20 value, which is in string format, into integer and assigning it to the y integer variable. So x and y will be having 10 and 20 in integer format. You are adding the two values, assigning the total to z. Through label response, that is the third label, through that label response, you are assigning this text. You are displaying the text, sum is, and the value of z. Through label, you display only strings. And the value in z is 30, which is in integer format. Again, this str is doing typecasting. It is converting an integer into string format. So you'll get the output through the third label, sum is, and the total. And the rest of the things we know that the rest of the things are just invoking and displaying the form. Main code is this line. This is connecting the click event with the dispSum method, and this is the dispSum method which is doing work, right? If you find any problem in understanding this code, you can mail me at bmharwani@yahoo.com. I am providing the link of this code in the description box. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.